And like to me, right, it's frustrating because when your captain, right, is the biggest liability in the entire team, he shouldn't be there anymore already. That wasn't a red. That wasn't a yellow. Yesterday in the FA Cup semi-final, there was barely any cards. But welcome to the Football Kaki. I am your host, Eldad, and I am joined by my fellow Kaki bros, Jordan and Medad. Boys, how are you doing?
Getting worse.
Yeah. But I'm sure you're feeling better than Tottenham.
There's a salt in the wound for
we save you the blushes. We should save you the things for later. Like you just talk inside first. That one towards the end of the episode, then we talk about it. But yeah, bringing up the Spurs thing, right? Wow. Hey, you cannot wait 6-1 by Newcastle, eh?
It was bad. That was really bad.
He's a record, right? 5 goals in first half.
Oh, it's a record,
I would think it's a record. Yeah.
I think other teams have scored 5 goals in a half before. But I'm not sure whether it is a record.
Yeah, but against the top 6 clubs.
Yeah,
like both are quite evenly matched.
Yeah, I agree,
quite evenly matched. As in terms of talent, right, they're quite evenly matched. Is that what you're saying? Or in terms of...
in terms of on paper.
Yeah, but I would say, right, if you watch that game, the effort that Newcastle put compared to Tottenham just a lot.
Yes.
I don't know how to explain. Because if you look at the stats, right, I think Newcastle had 25 shots. Then they had 57% possession. They won 71% of the aerial duels. Yeah. This, who's that?
Joey
the centre back. No,
Shah.
Shah. Yeah. Well, he looked like Beckenbauer, He won 100% tackle, 5 recovery, 80% aerial duels.
Sick.
Yeah. Tottenham, I don't know what's going on, man.
Crazy. You guys saw the Joey Lock assist, right? The craziest.
Yeah, no, but okay. I'm gonna go through the goals, right? Like, I feel like 2 goals is Lloris's fault, which is the first and the 5th goal. Like the first goal is he just pounded the ball into the wrong direction. Then it's just a very simple tap in by Jacob Murphy. The second goal, Romero just ball watching.
Yeah, he's ball watching, bro.
Yeah.
Just ball watching. Poro also like I think when Jolinton came across on the back, like the ball from Trippier just look. Then I remember Romero just stopped. Yeah. Then suddenly the ball just lands straight at Jolinton's feet. Then Jolinton just go around Lloris and score already. I'm like,
yeah.
You know,
plus,
after
just
after this 6-1 trashing, the Conte thing came out again.
No, that's what I wanted to bring up. Right? Because the thing is, in the end, right, is Conte right or not?
I think he's not wrong. As in, it's just that the way that he did it is not right, lah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's not. He's saying things that are factual, but he also do it in a way just to get out of the situation, lah. So he did not put himself in a very good light. But I think this like more or less confirms. I don't think that they'll get top 4 Tottenham. Do you think?
No, I think it's more aiding towards Newcastle now. So especially now
I agree. Yeah, Newcastle look like favourites. What do y'all think? Do you think? I think Kane goes, right. Like easily he leaving there because he's out of a contract, right?
But who? Where will he go?
No, do you know where's the perfect team for Kane? I thought about it. Do you know which team doesn't have a striker now?
Man United.
No, Bayern Munich.
Oh.
Yeah, true, right? Because they don't really have a proper number 9. I was thinking about it. I was like, actually, he will fit Bayern Munich great, no? Because everyone
Mane, Sane, Kane.
Yeah. The irony of it all, but I think he will fit there great, actually. Yeah,
no, but
they don't have a proper 9.
But you know, in FIFA, right, a lot of the simulations, right, Kane actually does end up either going to Man United or Bayern Munich most of the time.
Oh, not Arsenal. So Campbell 2.0.
He was from Arsenal Youth Academy, though.
Yeah, he was from Arsenal Youth Academy.
Yeah, for a trial period. Then after that, Arsenal turned him down for like to get into the Youth Academy.
Yeah, but I do think right. If let's say Harry Kane doesn't leave now, right, he's wasted his career.
Yeah,
like really wasted his career. I think.
But talks about royalty though.
Son also has also the same thing. Also, like I found that if Son and Kane don't leave, it's a waste. Really is a waste.
Yeah, I think he might go down if he stays, right, as like the Gerrard of this generation. It's like you're a world-class player but never win the Premier League. And he might be worse because he never win anything at Tottenham. You know, like, at least like Gerrard got win FA Cup, Champions League, all these, but yeah, lor. I mean, so sad, lah, but I think there's no way he's staying to me. Zero.
Well, he shouldn't in the current state that they're in. I think they need a full overhaul already.
Yeah.
A lot of things I think need to change When you cannot get hammer 6-1 by Newcastle, right? The team that you're competing with for
top four
for top four, right? Then you show up like that, with no passion, nothing, right? You end up with it really doesn't do any benefit for them whatsoever, So yeah, I think we've said our piece about that. You think Newcastle? All of us agree on Newcastle will finish above Spurs, right?
Yeah, I think Liverpool might finish above them.
Wow.
Yeah, because we're not that far behind.
One game in
like
hand,
3 points behind only. If I'm not wrong.
One game in hand. Yeah, one game in hand, 3 behind.
Yeah, so I think we might finish higher than them because our rest of the games is still easier. I thought they still have to play many of these, correct?
Yeah, and Aston Villa might pick them also, so they might actually end up in 7th.
So sad, Harry.
7, right? Then Brighton, right, got 3 games in hand, and they're only 4 points behind.
Yeah, crazy, man.
So yes, that is it for the introduction. So today's episode, we're going to go through a few different things. We're going to, of course, cover the Champions League, the recaps, then, of course, speak a bit about the teams that have progressed. The next one we're going to talk about is Manchester United and the defense. I know that United won the tie yesterday, 0-0. They kept the clean sheet, but I
wonder why they won.
One very important player wasn't on the field.
Damn lucky.
One very important player was on the field. He is called number 5. I will explain why I'll call him number 5, and I will not mention his name later.
Toby.
And then, of course, to finish off this episode, the big game this week, Manchester City versus Arsenal. We'll talk about that and a preview, and also who we think are going to do well for the match, right? Then also the score predictions. So with that, let's get into this week's episode.
Let's go.
All right, so this week we're going to cover the UEFA Champions League, and of course the semi-finals have officially been decided. But before we get into the bracket, we just want to recap the 4 games also. So the first one, of course, our favorite club in blue, Chelsea. They lost 2-0 again. And I watching that game, they just Real Madrid just they didn't even turn it up. They just I play with you. Then I just play with you. The second goal, they just walk into the net.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disappointing, man, watching them play. Yeah, George, you got a lot to say about it.
I got a lot. Okay, I rewatched a few times. I don't know if you can see the picture here. Okay, this Cucurella like to commit and then leave a big gap behind for the 2 defender.
Yeah,
and that's how the first goal conceded.
Yeah,
that's how the first goal conceded. But you can see that Real Madrid is playing overload at one side.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Chelsea has zero awareness of they're gonna be exposed on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So their left side is really empty and being outnumbered.
Yep.
So when they switch play already, GG, bye bye. Yeah. You see the awareness that they retreat back is still at gear 1.
Yeah, man. The left side is a problem, man. Especially if Chilwell doesn't play, this Cucurella plays. It's yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he going forward offer nothing. 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6 crosses successful. So it's like 1 out of 1 successful cross.
I don't know what's going on, right, but it just doesn't make much sense also because we mentioned the last time, he played 3 at the back again.
Yeah, he did play 3 at the back again.
So also it's it's back to the thing is when is it a point where it goes to insanity where you're knocking your head against the wall, right? Repeating the same mistakes over and over again when it's clearly not working.
Yeah. Do you know what's the thing that really frustrated me, right? When I saw the lineup?
What?
Is that he put Havertz up top with Kante behind him.
Yeah. I didn't understand. I was like,
and Gallagher. I was like, huh?
Why not Mount?
Yeah, why not Mount and then okay, you talk about Cucurella, he's a defensive liability, right? Why don't you put Kante in the midfield to help the...
Yes.
Yeah. And they're trailing. It's not like they are ahead in the league that they can afford to play 5 at the back. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand why, what is the concept? Lampard, please stop it, man.
No, okay, the thing I don't get, right, is that you have Sterling, you have Mudryk, you have Felix, you have Mount, which he threw on later.
Yeah, threw on later.
But then the thing is that by the time it goes on, it's a bit too late already, right?
Yeah. It's a bit too late. Yeah, but okay, so actually I wanted to ask, right? I saw that But I mean, quite clearly, right, looking at this game, there's no way in hell that Lampard is the manager next year, correct? Like, there's
No.
zero chance.
No, zero.
But I also saw that ESPN reported, Sky also reported, Nagelsmann, Luis Enrique, both of them are out of the contention, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. The favorite is Pochettino, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, do you think Pochettino is a good fit for this squad? Or do you think like it's like he's not good enough to go and manage this style of situation? It's weird, right?
It's not who I think like would be this type of thing. I think honestly, right, Luis Enrique is a better fit.
Really? Luis Enrique is a better fit. But Luis Enrique got no EPL experience, ma.
He doesn't, but just that the thing is that the type of football the type of players that they have, right, a short passing game with quick bursts, right, is actually more suited towards them.
Okay.
Because of the personnel that they have. So like, let's say for example, the midfielders, they are good passers. So you got Kovacic, Enzo, Kante, and Havertz. I think those are things where they can actually move and push the ball around. Those are things. But the wings, they also got flair. They got aggressiveness, they got burst. So I think that maybe that one, to me, it might just be a situation where it may be better for them because his style of football is going to be like the Guardiola style of football, the total footballer, because he's trained in Barcelona. His brain is like a Barcelona type.
Okay.
So it's going to be that type of football where it's quick move or like simple possession to actually build up play. That's what I think might be the case. I might be wrong, but that's just my opinion. What does Jordan think?
Yeah, what do you think, George?
I would go for the other. I would go for Nagelsmann though.
Yeah, but he's already said he's not gonna. He doesn't want to do it.
But I mean, my take, because he can be a project type of manager. But he also can be a good coaching, tactical. He's a type of.
He's like a balance of both. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So which I think Chelsea is in need of now lah. So as Tottenham Hotspur as well.
I agree. Both.
My pick was to go for Julian Nagelsmann compared to Poch lah. But since Poch is most likely the choice, glad that he's coming back. I mean, hopefully he come back lah.
Yeah, I think he's a good manager that has a bad reputation for not being able to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, he always got this label of like he cannot win trophies or whatever. But I think he's a good manager. He's not like I mean, he's good. But then again, I also thought Graham Potter was a good manager. So,
Graham Potter, I think is like a David Moyes like that.
Yeah,
manage medium to smaller clubs better than he managed a big club. That's what I think.
Yeah.
We see how it goes because at the end of the day, right, Frank Lampard is not going to be Chelsea manager.
Nope.
Like absolutely no chance. Okay, next game, Bayern Man City 1-1. Haaland scored a penalty, and then who scored for Bayern?
Haaland did score a penalty. Haaland missed a penalty.
Oh yeah, Haaland missed a penalty.
Yeah. He bullied this Upamecano to get that goal.
Apa Maguire.
Yeah.
I got Haaland's thing confused with something else.
Yeah. But but I was surprised, right? If you look at that game, Bayern, they got a lot of the possession. I think they have 58% possession. But they just can't score. Like they had to score.
It's a much better game for Bayern compared to the first one.
Much better game but then also but Kimmich had to score the penalty for them to like sort of just get one goal, which is like in the 83rd minute. They had 19 shots good, but they only one goal. I mean, like 19 shots, one goal. Conversion rate is not very good.
Yeah.
But do you see this statistic about this Tuchel? Yeah.
No.
Since he was brought in, right, to secure because Bayern, we got a chance to win all the trophies. Since he's coming, right, they've been knocked out of the Pokal, they've been knocked out of the Champions League.
And they're second in the
now they're 1 point behind Dortmund. So in his last 6 games, 3 losses, 2 draw, 1 win. Yeah.
not very good. Yeah, but I also think that in the game, right, one of the critical things that happened, right, was Sané missed a chance.
Yes,
like that 1-on-1. So the 1-on-1, I think that if, let's say, for example, if Sané has scored that one, that would probably swung a bit of momentum back into Bayern's favor. Then that would have made the game slightly different. Do you think, right, it would aside from understand that benching Mane was punishment. Do you think Mane should have started regardless?
Maybe they could have delayed the punishment.
Delay the punishment, no, I don't think so. A bit hard. Yeah. Yeah, but I think this Choupo-Moting thing, right? He played okay. Like, but this Tuchel system, he needs a proper striker for this Bayern team. So that's why I don't think that he would have made that much of a difference considering the system that Tuchel plays.
Yeah.
So it was just like they were trying everything to like just try and score goals or this. I mean, in the end also their XG I think was only 2.2, like 2.3. So in the end also the most that they would have scored is 3 goals, which is still wouldn't have been enough to go and overcome the difference.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, but I
you
think...
got see you got see the upper Maguire, the yellow card thingy.
Yeah, bro.
he got penalty, right? Like he fouled inside the box, but he's like his own player, right?
Something like that, yeah. He's just very I'm quite surprised, he's quite error prone. I don't know, is it I just a short sample size the games that we watch, but I observe right that he's quite error prone.
I think it might just be maybe because at that time when he was playing for Leipzig, he had a decent season.
Plus he was playing Bundesliga different.
Yeah. So maybe the sample size of the amount of seasons he's played, right, is not reflective of actually his full capabilities also in a big stage.
Yeah.
In a big stage. So it might just be one of those situations. Because honestly, like if let's say you were really to just look at it, right, if it was going to be another defender, right, the first name list, if there was a better defender available, I don't think Upamecano would be the one starting.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, who knows but they didn't deal with Haaland very well. That's all I can say. Both of them, dealing and Upamecano, both.
Yep. So I think we all in consensus, right? I think the right team went through. Correct.
Yeah, correct.
The right team went through. Okay, now we're going to the Italian side of the league. Napoli versus AC Milan. 1-1 final score, but in the end, Milan go through 2-1 on aggregate. For me, this game, I feel that Napoli... It was very weird. I feel like Napoli was a bit sway in a sense, or unlucky in a sense where they actually played very well over both legs.
Yeah, they played well. But
it's just that they just didn't take their chances.
Yeah,
but I think Milan got better chances, like clear-cut chances, where I think Giroud should have scored 3 goals.
Yeah,
that means penalty.
That one I agree.
Yeah, and they just set back like Milan. The whole game plan was like we're just gonna absorb, then like counter or like we're gonna try and break away, which is like I think Jordan explained in the previous episode, very Italian football, like the style of play, like absorb.
Correct.
74% possession, Napoli.
Yeah, and 23 shots.
23 shots. But
23 shots.
What's that?
Only four on target.
Yeah, but they also missed a penalty. Then they only scored.
Both sides missed a penalty. Yeah.
The I cannot pronounce his name again. The Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian player.
Yeah, Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, and then Osimhen only scored in the 93rd minute, which is like a
bit
too late.
Then you got saw his reaction asking for the ball.
Yeah.
Give me the ball.
This Mike Nan also was like, nah.
No, I mean like Mike Nan, he can just like, okay, just go ahead, do what you need to do. But it's a disappointing because Napoli is very far ahead in Serie A already. And like
I think Milan just have their number.
Yeah, and if they could have just progressed through the Champions League, I think it would have been cool to see But it is what it is. Milan go through just because like me say just Milan just know how to beat Napoli It's just one of those situations So yeah, that's one. And then do you think it was fair? The team that went through.
I think it was fair. It was in Napoli didn't convert, so I mean like that's the only way. Yeah. Plus this Mike Nan just like. He really played well both legs to like keep the goal tallies low. For them to only score 1 goal out of the both legs is quite amazing This Mike Nan.
But now side note, right? You think he should be France number 1 now after the Lloris performance and what he's done over the
Spurs, you should go and get him.
Spurs should go and get him.
United should go and get him. I will leave my comments for another thing. In another segment. Okay, so I think we're all in agreement. We're glad to see Napoli do well, but just that Milan going through is also something that all of us are happy about because it's been a rare sight to see Milan so deep in the Champions League for a very long time already. Yeah. It's been a while.
No, plus the good thing is that we get Milan
Derby.
Yeah. Segue.
Milan Derby, right? And just before the San Siro is gonna do their renovation.
Yeah, correct.
So it's pretty cool lah. But Benfica, why you show up now? The Inter Benfica finished 3-3, right? But this should have been the Benfica from the first leg. It's very frustrating, eh? Like all the chances wasted in the first leg, they converted what they needed to convert in the second leg. Final score was 3-3. Boys, opinions on the match?
Oh, I thought it was a good match.
Their goals is quite nice though.
Yeah,
the goal they scored is quite nice, especially the first goal, the equalizer by Benfica.
The Benfica. Yeah.
Then I laugh out loud because I remember Millet was saying about their first leg, they just cannot score any kind of goal just in front. Like the ball can hit the post or something. Because they got this chance. Inter Milan misplaced a pass.
Yeah,
and got a chance. Then he shoot, piang, like ha ha ha. So FIFA.
Yeah, so FIFA, man. But this the Barella goal, woof.
Yeah.
What a goal! Damn nice, yeah. Like he was like a super FIFA, like especially FIFA 23 goal. You shot cancel. Then you left leg finesse into the
top corner, right? Far corner, far top corner.
Yeah. He's a right legger, right?
Nice.
He's Barella.
Barella's a right footer.
Wow, damn nice, yeah. That goal. I was like, whoa, he really very good, lah. Someone should sign him.
No, but I don't think he'll leave. I don't think he'll leave Inter, lah. Not for.
Yeah, I don't think he'll leave Inter. But but I do think that they miss this Skriniar, this Inter. Because to be honest, like if Benfica showed up like this in the first leg, right, they could have been like a 6-5. They could have gone through like easily, lah.
Yeah.
Lor. I think they played Damian also like a centre back. He's not really a centre back. You know what I mean? Like
and this Mkhitaryan play really well in I don't know what role he plays in. Like because there's like 5 midfielder.
He plays like not really cam, but like a CM that runs into cam. Yeah, like as the left sided. It's a bit, like it's like the system that Lampard wishes he could play. That's what I can say.
The more I think the more attacking midfielder lah. The more attacking number 8.
Yeah,
number 8, not really number 10. More.
But I'm quite annoyed by this Lukaku. He could have do an early cross in for the to switch play and got Inter Milan to get even more goals. But he's just quite slow.
That's the story of Lukaku's career lah.
Yeah, he's still inconsistent form also.
He's just not a great decision maker when it comes to anything other than shooting the ball. He just makes bad decisions.
Is he permanent at Inter or is he on loan from Chelsea?
Wow, the deal is there.
I think he's on loan.
This is the thing that I always don't remember. This is the most confusing deal ever.
I'm not sure is he still there because technically he might fit into a Chelsea team. But never mind lah.
He's on loan.
So he still has to go back to Chelsea lah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
He's on loan.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, he is Lukaku. Like, it's the story of his career. Like people remember him too much of his Man United period, where like he was just lambasted by everybody.
Yeah, like they can win without him. They don't really need him to win. Yeah, but I think all Milan derby will be fun, which is what we're gonna have lah. So you shall see the outcome of this one. Yeah, should be a fun derby.
So you think the right team also went through lah for this one? I think more or less we are okay, right? With this one.
Yeah, it's okay. Like okay. Yeah,
so I think all of us agree, right, that the teams that should have gone through actually went through lah. Essentially,
I agree.
So it's like Real Madrid, Man City, Milan and Inter lah. So for the semi-finals, it is going to be Real Madrid, Man City, and of course the Milan derby lah. It will be Milan versus Inter lah. But we will do a Champions League semi-final preview in the upcoming episode when it's coming closer to the time lah. So do keep up for that, and we will go through our score predictions during the episode lah. That will be a bit more in depth on the breakdown of both teams lah. Next one, my favorite club and my favorite defender, the guy I will not mention by name anymore. I would just call him number 5.
Toby Maguire.
Mr. Jordan, can you please do the honor since I will not mention his name?
Harry Maguire.
Yes. So for this episode, I will mention his name, but outside of this, everybody knows I just call him my number 5 lah. So United went through to the final of the FA Cup, and currently they are down with the defenders. So currently on the defensive side of the ball, right, Varane is injured, Lisandro is injured. The current starting centre backs are Lindelof and Luke Shaw.
Wait, Jones.
With Harry Maguire. Jones is not. I don't consider Phil Jones a Man United player anymore because he's just there.
He's definitely there.
He's just there.
But he do a better job than Maguire.
I mean, I have a lot to say about this fella lah. Is because he's a burden to Manchester United. He's not a good defender. Man United had control of the entire Sevilla league, 2-0, to the point when both Varane and Lisandro got injured. And then Harry Maguire came on. When Harry Maguire came on, the score I think was about 2-1. And then disaster struck. He scored the unluckiest own goal ever. I admit that one is not his fault, right? But then you go to the second leg, I got nothing to say already lah. Like it was bad. It was horrible. It was really just horrible lah. Like I was telling Paul, right, when De Gea passed the ball to him for the prior to the first goal, right, you know there was literally nobody behind him, right?
Yeah.
He could have just let the ball roll past his body, right, turn around and then push it forward to the midfielder. Instead, he faced De Gea, tried to pass it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, right, when there's literally 2 Sevilla players pressing him. The ball got deflected. Of course, it's the first goal.
Yeah. You know, there's this very funny TikTok that I sent to Paul last time of, there's this very famous clip of De Gea, right? He has the ball, and then he saw Maguire is open. But instead of passing Maguire, he kicked the ball out. Do you know that one?
Yeah, I saw.
Then they cut to the Sir Alex Ferguson. You know, the Rooney bicycle kick. Yeah, this Maguire. Right? Do you think actually, right? To be honest, when I watched him at his time in Leicester, right, I did think he was a good defender. Like I genuinely thought he was a good defender.
Okay.
I don't think he's a bad defender per se. But I think that his problem, right, is that he does more than he should. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He tries to, I don't know, is it the pressure of being the captain or what? But it's like he feels that he has to do things that are like, I can play out from the back. Or I can, I can cover ground. I can dribble. I can instruct people where to go. I can read the game. Like this type of so let me run all the way to the right side and leave my area exposed to cut off a play earlier than he needs
I am Harry Maguire.
I'm Harry Maguire.
I cannot lah. I cannot. Like period of time, right? Like Lindelof and Maguire were like the defensive pairing for Man United, right?
Yeah.
Don't you realize this year, right, when Lindelof doesn't play with Maguire, he plays with Lisandro, Varane or whichever, right? He actually does quite okay.
Yeah. Do you know who else it makes a huge difference to? I was going to say it's De Gea.
Yes.
Because you can sense there's a confidence drop when he plays with Maguire. Like, do you know what I mean? That's why the Sevilla also, he screwed up, right? He had an error leading to goal, right? I don't know, is it because he felt like, I can't trust this Maguire to go and clear the ball to do it properly, so I'm gonna rush out and then clear. Then he himself also screwed up. Yeah. And then there's, I don't know, he lacks confidence or what, but it's just very frustrating for him because he has the most clean sheets, right, in the Premier League, De Gea.
He has about 14, I think.
Yeah, and then after when he plays Maguire, he's concede about 5 goals.
That's the thing, because when De Gea has plays with Lisandro and Varane, right, he's fine. He has no problems. The mistakes only happen when Maguire is there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and to me, right, it's frustrating because when your captain, right, is the biggest liability in the entire team, he shouldn't be there anymore already.
Yeah, to be honest, right? Yeah, I don't know. The George, maybe you can say, they should liquidate him, right? They should sell now.
Sell?
Get rid.
I don't know what the value means.
No, but you are gonna, it's gonna be a loss anyway, because first of all, right, you paying 80 million for him was ridiculous. Second, right, the amount of value he's brought back, right, is actually close to squat, like close to 0
80 million, right?
80 million. So of that 80 million, right, is he a centre back worth 80 million? Absolutely not.
And every week he's taking how many, a few hundred K for the wages.
It's not like if you're asking me, is there a Man United defender worth 80 million? Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah. Plus, he said also to the media, like he feels that he doesn't
need to prove it to anything.
Yeah, I don't need to prove it to anybody. I've captained Manchester United for don't know how long.
Can you see my face expression? Like what?
No, and I honestly think, right, that among the players, right, like they look at Bruno as captain rather than Maguire.
Okay, even if like say Varane and Lisandro are fit, to have Maguire as the captain, I think it's like a hovering thing over the team. Because like, do you know what I mean? And then also for the fact that he's too expensive to be the backup. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the wages that he costs to be the backup centre back, they should be offloading him, and then you go and get a young centre back to be the backup.
Correct.
Or someone, because I understand like Varane, he's injury prone, and then also now Lisandro, he's out for the season, right? Lisandro, more or less.
Lisandro's out for the season already.
Yeah.
So, the pressure is on there for Manchester United. Are you confident that you can like hold on to the top four? Because the games are still winnable, lah. Do you know what I mean?
The games are winnable, right? But I find that if you want to do the second trophy, right, he can't play the final.
Oh, I agree.
he cannot because the thing is that, like, if you think, let's say you think about it, they play against Sevilla, they lost 3-0, right? He was a centre back, pairing with Lindelof, and everybody knows Maguire and Lindelof just cannot be together.
Yeah,
you just cannot be together. The fact that you play Luke Shaw over Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw does a better job as centre back than the captain. And the player that is supposed to sign, right, actually tells you a lot already. And I feel that every Ten Hag, right, he knows. He's not stupid. There's a reason why that he chose Varane and Lisandro.
Yeah.
But not to disturb the peace, he keeps Maguire as club captain, but on-field captain is Bruno Fernandes.
But should Man U play 3 at the back, since now they are really...
No, I think Man United just don't suit 3 at the back.
Yeah,
but
I think
really
Ten Hag system, but I think Ten Hag doesn't play 3 at the back.
Ten Hag plays 4. His system is 4. It's like a built for 4.
Yeah,
it's just not a 3 at the back system.
Yeah, and I think Ten Hag, he's a man of principle. It's like he will not forego the system for the sake of like one player or 2 players, that type of thing. It's like we're just going to win by this way. If we lose, also we lose by this way lah. But at the same time, everyone, we keep playing the same system, so you all can get familiar with it, no?
Correct. Yeah. So, and I just want to ask you this question, right? Do you think it will be a benefit to everybody at the club? Because I look at it like this: United played significantly better football after Ronaldo left.
Yeah.
Are we facing the same situation that would United have this like stress lifted off them, right? If Maguire was sold or he's gone?
Yeah. It's like he's a joke, lah. You know what I mean? Like he's like a laughing stock of the team. Like every time if you see like they screw up whatever, right? You see all the comments is like, oh, the hardest attacker that De Gea have to face is Maguire. It's like every time you see the comments, it's always the same thing. That
you can see like there's even some Man United players, right, don't really fancy spending time with Maguire. Like especially when like the goal celebration, like
Anthony,
like the Maguire just walked over, then Anthony saw him like, oh shit.
No, really. Like I think he's not a great like somebody that they will look at.
I can feel the awkwardness.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel like there's a tension. Like, you're club captain, but you shouldn't be the club captain. You know what I mean? I don't value you at that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's always been this way. Like to me, right? When you look at the previous club captains, so let's say for example, let's just go back. Antonio Valencia, right, is probably the most stable, hardworking, and like no matter what, you know he's going to put in a good shift.
Mm-hmm.
That was when he was the club captain. Before that, Michael Carrick, probably the best midfielder at the time in the club. Wayne Rooney, the long-standing hero for Manchester United. Authoritative, everything, he's there. Vidic, Ferdinand, then Gary Neville, Roy Keane. All these guys are, like, for example, Gary Neville's not the most talented.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
fits
but
the
he's
culture
a
of the
leader.
club. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a leader, right? He will have a go at you. He will put in his effort. He will not make mistakes.
Yeah.
Then he will not make mistakes. Vidic and Ferdinand probably are like the two, like the best defensive pairing United had for very long for like probably number one defensive pairing that they've ever had. So,
but I'll say for the sake of like the system, the entire club, right? They should just offload him.
Yeah, I
just get rid of him.
Even just terminate.
Okay, maybe terminate, maybe not lah. Because I would still want to earn some money for like maybe 30, 40 million.
No, but by termination, what you pay? You pay the compensation clause, right?
If you termination, I think you got to pay the remainder of his salary.
Really?
Yeah, it's like basically you're firing the guy. So you got to give him full compensation for what he's over based on contract. Yeah.
But like if you see like maybe some of the defenders at the like lower level, right? Like maybe like the mid-tier clubs or whatever, they're
better.
Yeah, as in I wouldn't say that they defend better, but they can play out of the back better.
Yeah.
Or like they are more suitable for Manchester United. So I feel like you should offload him. And I also think for De Gea's sake, like just please.
But so in side note, right, we just a quick one, right? You think De Gea should leave? Or he should stay? Or he's not a big issue?
I think it's not there for him to leave it anymore. He should seek his retirement from Man United.
I sort of agree with Jordan, but I feel that for his sake, right, he should stay. But I feel for the club's sake, they should find someone else because long term they need someone to play out of the back.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Which is why I was telling Paul, I said maybe you have to go and get Mike Nunn.
Yeah, good fit, good age profile.
He's a good fit, about 27, 28 years old, can play out from the back long term lah.
Yeah,
just go for it. All right, so that is it for the Man United defense topic. For Man United fans, please leave your comments and what your feedback. I will revert back to number 5 from this point forth. He will not get a name shout out from me. All right, so now the last segment of the day and the one that we've all been talking about. The game that I think it's the game that will decide the title.
Wrexham.
It is Manchester City versus Arsenal.
Shout out Wrexham first.
We should shout out to Wrexham first.
Oh yeah, okay. shout out to Wrexham AFC. They have been promoted back into the Football League, League 2 after sealing the
Let's go, Ben Foster.
The National League trophy against Boreham Wood. So I'm very happy, and I think all of us around the world we've all been rooting for Wrexham.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Disney like the second season.
Welcome to Wrexham, right?
They're a Welsh club, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they are a Welsh club.
But I also do think that like Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, they are what owners of a club should be.
Yeah, it's like they're very passionate. They're very
passionate.
They really love the club.
They love the club. They want to put back into the community. So good on them. Hopefully, maybe in like a few years' time, in the next decade, we'll see them in the Premier League. Hopefully, that'll be quite cool. That'll be quite cool. So back to this. Man City versus Arsenal. I think is the one that will decide the league title. But there's a few things that I think we want to discuss about. So 2 things basically form and momentum. And of course, the next one is title race experience. So I just want to ask this to the non-Arsenal fan before I get to the Arsenal fan. Do you think that the momentum is on City side now, especially with Arsenal's recent slip-ups?
Yes. And I think it's very evident to go and say that City, they are on hot form. Yes. They have 2 games in hand. So actually, if they win both the games and it's even, right, they go on top lah. So they go on top by 1 point. They still have to win those games, but they have not lost since February 6. So it's been a while since they lost. I mean, like they drew some games, like the Bayern game also is considered a draw. But I mean, to be honest, like they also sort of coast the game. They won their last 6 EPL games. I think the last one was a draw against Nottingham, right? The one that they didn't win. The one just before. Yeah, I think it was a draw before they played. Yeah, and also
they beat Leicester 3-1.
Yeah, but they lost to they draw with Nottingham, right? 1-1. If I'm not wrong.
That was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. So that's their like last game that they didn't win. Yeah. So all things aside, also like if they played head to head. I think Jordan, you can talk about this. Right, Arsenal lost both times, right? FA Cup and League.
Yeah. They lost both time.
And also, adding on to that, Saliba is out, which is a big problem. I mean, like Jordan, you can speak about this. The defensive issues have been a thing, especially since Saliba went out, right? In March 16 or something like that. Yeah, they've been like giving up a lot of goals or this. Yeah. Rob Holding, right? He's the starting centre back. Has been playing.
Yeah, has the next preferred choice. Yeah. So, yes, it's been bad for Arsenal to get maximum points for 3 games in a row. I do question Mikel Arteta in the players that he picked, especially the last game against
Southampton.
Southampton, yes. He chose, Saka was ill. He picked Fabio Vieira.
Yeah,
like, why choice. Fabio Vieira? There's player like Jorginho that can provide a much more better defensive coverage.
Yeah.
And he can pick out a good pass vision compared to Fabio Vieira. Yeah. So, I mean, Zinchenko is good.
Yeah, he's good.
In inverted playing, going forward and all this. But come to defensive-wise, I still think that Tierney have upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
so, I mean, it's hard to strike a balance that you always keep the same 11. But I think sometimes you tweak a bit to give a more edge on defensive, a better coverage so that you can rest well, be assured to go and attack.
Yeah.
By all means, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, this Xhaka is out, if I'm not wrong, correct?
Out. I think due to illness, that's all. I don't think it's a long, like a few days as well.
Okay. But El Nani is also out, right? So like if like both of them are out, the next option is Jorginho, right? He has to play.
Jorginho.
Yeah, so it's like Jorginho and Partey.
Or actually, if Jorginho is out, or even you can put Zinchenko as a CDM.
Yeah. I was gonna say like maybe for this City game, would you put maybe like Zinchenko he pair with Partey, then after you put Tierney into left back?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
It's a viable option.
That's what I'm thinking. And the difference between that last Premier League game at Arsenal home that we lost is the difference is we are without Gabriel Jesus lah. But then Gabriel Jesus is also seeking the form that he wants.
Yeah, but I also find it interesting, right, that Pep Guardiola, and I was talking to Paul about this, shout out to our fellow Kaki bro, about this, right, is that Pep is purposely resting Haaland or like pulling him out of games, right, to give him added motivation to break the record against Arsenal. Because he hasn't broken the record yet. If he scores against Arsenal, he breaks the record, from what I understand.
Yeah, I understand the psychological value of that. It's like, we beat the competition and then you break the record. So I can imagine the stadium will be very like crazy. You know what I mean? Yes. Like, yeah, so it's tough, right? It's at Etihad, right?
It's at Etihad.
It's at Etihad.
Tough game. Yeah.
No, so and that type of thing, right? It cannot go unspoken, man, because for something like Haaland, right, it's like basically you're telling him, you break the record, you put us in the front foot for the league title, and then you do something that beats our rival also. So essentially, he's doing 3 things at once with 1 goal. If let's say that goal ends up being the one that beats Arsenal, but I also do have this thing I want to ask lah. I don't want to be mean at George, but is history going to repeat itself? Because really, right, I have seen this before. I think Media has seen it. Media has seen it as a Liverpool fan. I've seen it as a United fan, and it was. And I remember, like, let's say for example, the one that for United we are referring to is of course season 11-12 lah. 4 games left, 8-point gap. United lose the title on goal difference. Then with the Liverpool one, it was 2 games in hand, 9-point gap.
Yeah, but I think the main difference is that there's still time. You know what I mean? There's like 8 games left, and then the only thing is that I really think this match, if Man City win, they will still have 2 games in advance, and if they win both those games and the games are even, they'll be 4 points ahead already, correct? Because they will beat City plus 4 points. I think 4 points if you look at the matches that City have to play left, right, it's not difficult for them. I doubt they will drop that many points.
Yeah.
Probably the Brighton game.
Yeah, only the Brighton game or this lah. So it's like they put themselves in a position where their championship experience. I think Alec, you were saying also just now, like how big is the experience? Does it matter or not? That is the experience, or especially given the fact that they fight Liverpool so many years, like to hold on to the lead, to the thing to last to the end.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why it matters lah to me. Do you think Jordan is like a bit of inexperience that caused the, you know what I mean? Like just a bit more experience.
Yeah, I do agree. Like the past few games, Arsenal, when they come back, you can see they very kanchong. Then the way they place a shot, the way they come back to defense is okay. Like when they're down 1-2 goals, then they trying to come back. You can see they misplace the pass a bit. Then not as collective and calm as Man City when they are down with 1-2 goals. Then suddenly. Definitely experience do plays a part. I mean, credit to Arteta and the team. I mean, this season, he already break all the silent all the critics.
Yes, I agree, and I do think that no matter what, right, like Arteta experience does play a part, because the thing is, Arteta has Arteta experience in a sense where he's been by Pep Guardiola's side. But he's never experienced as a manager going into a title race. Like, so it's like it's different between coach and a manager going in, right? So you can see like certain mistakes, like certain things there. Like, for example, you cannot in a title race, right? You cannot give up a 2-goal lead twice.
Yeah. Plus,
and if you're down, right, you have to come back to either grab the point and win lah. So like when they did that against Southampton, that definitely shifted momentum after being 3-1 down, but you still drop points on 2 games that you should have won. Yeah. So it's stuff like that where it's going to factor in towards the end of the season. Plus, this is Arsenal's first actual title race, whereas like for Man City, right, is their 3rd or 4th already with this team.
Yeah. Plus
they have Haaland now, so it's a it's a different thing. It's a different thing altogether because Haaland's just one component. The rest of the team have experience.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah, so they will and Man City, if they follow the track record, right, usually the last 7-8 games of the season they are very clutch.
Yeah, and not only that.
Let me ask you guys.
Sorry, George, go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. I mean, like, I mean, to me, I think that Arsenal is in a peak.
Yeah,
but is there still room for improvement in terms of who can they bring in or what can they make changes?
I honestly think you need a striker. You need a better striker than what you have now. I think that's your missing piece. Like, to be really frank, because the thing is that as much as Gabriel Jesus, he's good, he's not the caliber type of striker that you get from, let's say, a Harry Kane or Lewandowski. That type of striker that essentially, if you put him in the squad, he's going to win you the league title. Because we, like, in relation to Man United history, right, the reason why we didn't win the league title in 11-12, right, was literally because, right, we didn't have an out-and-out striker. Yeah, then what happened the next season is we got Van Persie. Yeah, so it's the type of things where you all don't need so many pieces, you just need one missing piece. You all need that finisher, the one that will get you over the goal line, which is what, like, basically City address, like, finally. So I
those
think
are the hardest to find.
Yeah, and those are the hardest to find. So I feel like if you can get a striker that is going to get you goals, right, that would be something that would be very ideal, Because to be frank, like, Arsenal squad, you guys have good squad depth. You're a very very good overall team. You just need that one missing piece. That will get you over the finish line.
They're young. I mean, like,
yeah.
I think you just give it a few more years, they'll be like more, how to say, more assured in themselves. They won't so kanchong. Because I mean, they're still young. So it's like, even if you don't win it this year, I still think it's a successful season. Because none of us predicted them to make it to like first or second. I mean, who knows? The end of the season is also not over yet. They might just like pull it off.
Yeah.
You also never know also. So
it's still mathematically able to win.
Possible. Yeah, it's still mathematically possible.
Correct. So So to answer your question, I don't think you guys are very far off.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
And
I think
fun fact, right, about this game. Yeah, sorry, George, go ahead. Yeah,
I mean, for me, I think one place, one position to improve, I would think is our midfielder and left wing.
Left wing. Oh, you don't like the Martinelli?
Not say don't like. I would say that is easily replaceable.
Oh, okay.
But
like how you make comparison with Salah, that with Salah and Van Dijk. Like Van Dijk is hard to get a replacement that type of caliber of defender. And for Salah, you are able to find someone else who can do the same job, or better job.
Yeah, but you must also remember, right? You guys didn't have Smith Rowe for the entire season. So he's coming back already. That's something also.
And Trossard and all this.
Yeah. So now I think you guys have a good squad there. Your squad there is definitely better than United's. So I think long term wise, you guys are saying you just need that one striker lah. So back to this, right? Jordan, I'll leave this question to you last, right? Score predictions.
Wow. Of course, I would hope Arsenal to win.
Okay, you predict last. Media, what's the score prediction?
I would say maybe 3-1 City. Just because I think the Haaland will break the record.
The 42 goals.
Okay. Yeah, 42 goal prediction.
My thinking is, I don't like both clubs, but okay. Arsenal 2, City 1.
At City away
can be done.
Okay, yeah,
can be done.
But I think the biggest guarantee, right, is that it'll be a shit show because the referee is Michael Oliver.
Oh, good luck.
So yeah.
No. Okay, but the thing is that nothing is as bad as Michael Oliver, right? In a Man United game, there's still no comparison.
What about you, George? What do you think?
I'll go for a draw.
Oh, okay, yeah.
2-2.
Okay, safe
2-2.
Safe option. Okay. All right, so that is it for this segment of Man City Arsenal. The results will come out, and I think by Saturday we all will know whether or not who's likely going to win the title.
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see.
Thursday morning.
I know. That's why I say by Saturday lah. So by Saturday, whoever wins the game, likely who will be champions. I think.
I agree.
That's what we're going on. So, for those of you who are in Singapore, the game between City and Arsenal is this coming Thursday, 27 April, 3 a.m. So, wake up early, get a coffee, join early, or sleep early, and then watch the game. The game. All right. So that is it for this episode. All right, everybody. So that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you who are listening in, thank you so much for listening, and we hope that you continue to listen to us and our other shows, which we have the Kopi Bros every Monday 8 a.m. with Paul, Brendan, and me there, where we talk about different topics. And of course, we have our big show, the SG Draft Podcast, every Friday 8 a.m. So we hope that you join us every week for these 3 shows, which include the Football Kaki, which is every Wednesday, 8 a.m. So with everybody here from the Football Kaki and the Chit Podcast Network, we want to wish you a very happy week. And for all the Arsenal and Man City fans watching the game, all the best.
All the best, brother.
All the best. So we just want to say thank you. Don't forget to... so we just want to say thank you to everybody. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Chit Podcast Network. From everybody here, we just want to say thank you and have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.